Hey everybody, welcome to the Jump into June invite. This is Tom Rucci. I'm going to be your live stream host today. Also going to be joined in just a little bit by another volunteer parent. I'll let him introduce himself. So we'll get going here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to start off with the national anthem that's going to be sung by one of our own, Katie Rucci. She's one of our older swimmers. So that'll be coming up in just a minute. We are scheduled for 55 events today. And we are supposed to begin here at 1 p.m., about 4 minutes from now. I guess that we're going to go to about, 4:30, 4:40, something like that today, if everything stays on schedule. And like I said, we'll get started here in just a few minutes. I am joined today by another fellow volunteer parent. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the crowd.
Hey, Tom. My name is Bennett Olson. I am the father of an 8U swimmer, Rosie Olson. Excited to be here with you.
Great to have you. We always love to have as many volunteers as we can get on this thing.
That's right. So how many events? Oh, 55. All right.
Yeah, 55. I was just telling the folks here that I think we're going to be here till probably about 4:30, 4:40,
okay.
Something like that.
Settle in, folks.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Again, don't forget to send those shout-outs here. That's a comment to the broadcast. You can do that right there in YouTube. You do have to subscribe, and then within a minute or so of subscribing, it will let you send a comment. So please go ahead and do so, and we'll get it on the air just like the one you see here on the screen. And once again, welcome to the Jump into June swim meet. All right, so once again, this is Tom Rucci, your live stream host. We're going to be with you all day today for nonstop fun and action here in the swimming world. We're live from the Blue Water Aquatic Center in lovely downtown Apple Valley, Minnesota. If you do shout out to us, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and we'll get that on the air here. The kids are watching in the lobby as well when they are not in the pool. So I want to, again, also invite my co-parent here who's helping us with the live stream.
Hey, Tom. It's Bennett Olson. Thanks for having me today.
Awesome. We're so glad to have you. So I think they're just getting a few things ready here before we start.
Hey everybody, just hang tight, relax. We're working on some technical difficulties, so just relax. Thanks.
We're going to start today with events 1 and 2. That's girls and boys, 13 and over, 200 medley relay. But before we do that, we should have the national anthem coming up soon. We'll try to get a shot of that. We've got some technical difficulties they're trying to work on right now. So we'll get started in just a moment. Now, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring you the best picture we can. We know that some of the cameras we're using today are not the greatest, unfortunately, but this is, you know what? You're getting a live stream, so that's kind of how we look at it.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried. Hey, we do have a different view today. Let's take a look at that. Here's a different view that we set up, Bennett and I set up, and thought maybe you'd like this view. We're going to use this intermittently in the display. Here's one of our other views. This, unfortunately, this is what I'm talking about. This one's a little bit goofy, but as far as the color goes, we cannot get that corrected. We did try, so please just bear with us on that one. Yeah, we did. So, and then here's the main pool cam. And then once the national anthem starts, I'm going to try to get a view down for that. Hey, we got our first shout out. Let's take a look at it here. It's from Mary Wygand. Try to get it up here on the, there it is.
Go Bell Go. All right, cheering you on from Appleton, Grandma and Grandpa. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for chiming in.
We're having fun.
Well, Grandma and Grandpa, we love to see you out there. And thanks for letting us know where you're watching from as well. You know, this is our smoothest view that we have right now. We'll play with this as we go through. But as they're working on the technical difficulties here to get this thing started, I'm just going to show you around the pool a little bit. We've got our starting blocks here with our 8 lanes of swimming. The lane closest to us is lane number 1, and obviously extends its way out all the way out to lane number 8. I do see that the scoreboard is in the way, and we'll play with that too. So just give me a minute here to play with that. All right, so let's see what we can do here with the scoreboard. Another shot out here. Go Lily C watching from the cabin. And it's
all right.
Grammy. Let's take this one here.
What does it say?
It says, "Go Elena." That's from Jen.
My eyes are good, but they're not that good.
All right, we're going to try and get the scoreboard camera fixed here. We have a slight glitch. I was horsing around. I think I bumped some things, and that's never good.
Looks like the clocks are working now. We should be underway soon. We're just trying to get you a view of the scoreboard so we can get you the times.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Aquatic Aquatics Center and the Jump Into June invite. Today, the open swimmers from Cornfield Swim Club, Red Wing Swim Club, and Riptide. This meet is held under the sanction of USA Swimming. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you that smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is strictly prohibited in the Blue Water Aquatic Center. We ask spectators to utilize restrooms located in the mezzanine or in the lobby. Locker rooms are for swimmers only. We respectfully ask for your cooperation in remaining quiet at the start of each race. Flash photography is prohibited at the start of each race. Your officials today are Wendy Peterson, meet referee, Ryan Burdetsky, meet starter, Doug Rizzo, meet administrator. Riptide is pleased to offer concessions at today's meet. Stop by the concession stand in the lobby for snacks and beverages while enjoying today's meet. Thank you to our officials, coaches, and meet volunteers here today for helping make this a great meet. Now please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag at the starting end of the pool for our national anthem. Good luck, swimmers. Let's have fun today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
All right, that was Katie Rucci, one of our swimmers singing the national anthem. Thank you very much, Katie. We're going to kick this off with event number 1. That's girls 13 and over, 200-yard medley relay. And this will be an all Riptide event and heat. We'll get started in just a moment here. We got a couple more shout outs. We've got Go Cal, that's from Yvonne. And then Grandma and Grandpa watching Cal from Weatherford, Texas. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, up next is event number 1, heat 1 of 1.
In lane 2, we have Belle Wygand, Susie Klumper, Sylvia Acosta, and Megan Siegler. In lane 3, we have Abby Chrisman, Sophia, Audrey, and Lana. And in lane 4, we have Caitlin, Sophia, Bella, and McKenna.
Let's switch our camera view here. Oh, let's get the national anthem off there. There we go. A little smoother here as you watch the exchange. And we'll be switching it between multiple cameras here. Let's go back to the main pool here real quick. We got a slight lag on that one. Let's go back to
Sophia, Audrey, and Iona. Lane 4, Riptide. Caitlin, Sophia, Bella, and Rihanna. Lane 6, Riptide. Ian, Ivan, Karen, and Matt. Lane 7, Riptide. Aiden, Sam, Kirsten, and Cameron.
see how this camera looks a little bit. We'll try this just for a little bit. Again, it's a little bit glitchy, but at least I think the color's a little more true. I don't know. We'll give it a shot here. We're going to switch between a few of them as we go, folks. Once again, this is event number 1, heat number 1 of 1. This is girls 13 and over, 200-yard medley relay. Let's switch back here to our other camera.
Girls 11 and 12 to 100-yard medley relay.
All right, this is event 3. Girls 11 and 12, 200-yard medley. In lane 2, we have Maya, Olivia, Betsy, and Maddie from Riptide. In lane 3, from Riptide, we have Quinn, Sophia, June, and Sophia Y. From Riptide, in lane 4, we have Ellie, Vivi, Ruby, and Eliana. In lane 5, another Riptide team, Danica, Jojo, Clara, and Selena. In lane 6, Riptide, Aileen, Maddie, Rima, and June. And finally in lane 7, from Red Wing, Salome, Eliza, Lillian, and Eliana.
Watch here as they come back in for the exchange. Switch to the other camera here.
Lane 4 takes it with a time of 2 minutes and 17 seconds, followed by lane 5 and lane 6. In lane 3, we have Ethan, Ben, Cal, and Hayden. And in lane 4, we have Elliot, Connor, Eddie, and Nicholas. Again, this is the boys 11 and 12 200-yard medley relay. Coming in for the exchange. We're off to breaststroke. Lane 4 has made the exchange on the butterfly. Lane 4 is on to freestyle. Coming in for the finish. Lane 4 wins it with a time of 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Lane 3 is next with a time of 2 minutes, 45 seconds. And lane 3 finishes with a time of 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Great job, everybody. Event 5 is girls 10 and under 200-yard medley relay. In lane 2, we have Hattie C, Ellie S, Isla G, and Harper E. In lane 3, another Riptide team of Anya C, Olivia L, Ingrid O, Sana R. In lane 4, Fiona P, Elizabeth M, Grace L, and Savannah S. In lane 5, Allie R, Natalie K, Lauren K, and Peyton P. In lane 6, Lila L, Elena K, Molly E, and Lily B. And in lane 7, another Riptide team of Bree T, Lily C, Kylie S, and Fiona K. Coming in for the exchange. On to butterfly. All right, folks, exciting news. I think we've got the scoreboard cam ready to go. Lane 4 coming in for the final exchange. And lane 4 will take it with a time of 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Close one there at the finish. Lane 3 take second with 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Lane 5, 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Look at that beautiful scoreboard, Cam. All right, we're on to event 6. Boys 10 and under, 200-yard medley relay. We're taking a 5-minute break. We'll be back with the action here.
While we're waiting, we got a few things fixed here. We got the scoreboard redisplayed for us. This will probably be our main camera view that we're going to look at here. And so now we've got computer things worked out. I think some of the problems they had earlier this morning down in the pool deck added to some problems we had here up above, and we just inherited it. So we apologize for that. We're going to do our best, and we will get back to swimming here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, we're going to get started here again with event 8. This is girls 13 over 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2. In lane 1, we've got Belle. In lane 2, we've got Jola. In lane 3, we've got Caitlin from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Violet from Northfield. In lane 5, we have Bella from Riptide. In lane 6, we have McKenna from Riptide. In lane 7, we have Ella from Northfield. And in lane 8, we have Emma from Riptide. Lane 4 will take it. Violet of Northfield with a time of 1 minute and 8 seconds. Moving on to Heat 2 of girls 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Elizabeth. In lane 3, we have Ella. In lane 4, we have Sienna. In lane 6, we have Alana. In lane 7, we have Abby. And in lane 8, we have Sophia. Next up, we've got event 9, boys 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2. In lane 3, Ethan for Riptide. In lane 4, Eli for Red Wing. In lane 5, Ayush for Riptide.
Lane 3, Ethan Riptide. Lane 4, Eli Redwing. Lane 5, Vance Riptide.
Coming up is heat 2 of boys 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. In heat 1, from Riptide, Kieran. In lane 2, Nolan from Riptide. In lane 3, Pearson from Riptide. In lane 4, Tucker from Northfield. In lane 5, Logan from Northfield. In lane 6, Eben from Riptide. In lane 7, Alex from Riptide. And in lane 8, Sam from Riptide. Event 10, girls 11 and 12, 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2. In lane 3, Salome from Red Wing. In lane 4, Taylor from Riptide. In lane 5, Maya from Riptide.
Lane 3, Salome Red Wing. Lane 4, Taylor Riptide. Lane 5, Maya Riptide.
Heat 2 of 2 of girls 11 and 12 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2, we have Eliana from Red Wing. In lane 3, we have Lillian from Red Wing. In lane 4, we have Ruby from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Maddie from Riptide. And in lane 6, we have Sophia from Riptide. Lane 3 ahead about 2 body lengths and extending that lead. And lane 3 will win it with a time of 1:06.65. Lane 4, excuse me. Okay, moving on to event 11, boys 11 and 12, 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 1. In lane 2, Eric from Riptide. In lane 3, Cal from Riptide. In lane 4, Hayden from Riptide. In lane 5, Ben from Riptide. In lane 6, Joshua from Riptide. And in lane 7, Raymond from Riptide.
Lane 2, Eric, Riptide. Lane 3, Cal, Riptide. Lane 4, Hayden, Riptide. Lane 5, Ben, Riptide. Lane 6, Joshua, Riptide. Lane 7, Raymond, Riptide.
Lane 3, Cal leading the way. Lane 3 and 4 pretty much neck and neck. It's going to come down to the very last few yards. Lane 4, pull it out with a time of 1:17.79. Lane 3 close behind with a time of 1:18.19. Okay, moving on to event 12, girls 10 and under, 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 4. In lane 4, Isabella from Riptide, and in lane 5, Everly from Red Wing. It's neck and neck. Lane 5 with about half a body length lead. Coming in for the 50-yard turn. Another 50 yards to go. Making the final turn. Lane 5, Everly extending that lead.
Yeah, so previously, Ayush in lane number 5 for Riptide has a previous time of 1:51:37. You know, I take that back. That is Everly, not Ayush. Everly. This is the first time swim for Everly. Hey, great time there, 2:04:11. Isabella in lane number 4, 9-year-old, has a previous time of 2:15:05. And she is going to touch just a little bit over that today with a soft touch. So she'll get her time from the timer there. Up next is heat number 2 of 4. Swimmers are taking their marks. Looks like we have 6 swimmers on the blocks. In lane number 2, we've got Kylie Smith. Lane number 3, Violet Nogel. Lane number, both with, Kylie Smith, by the way, is with Riptide. Violet in lane number 3 is with Red Wing. Lane number 4, Harper Erdl with Riptide. Lane number 5, Lily Chester with Riptide. Lane number 6, Fiona Kokoman with Riptide. And lane number 7, Amelia Lenz with Northfield. Looks like leading right now is lane number 4. That's Harper Erdl from Riptide. She's 9 years old. Her previous time here is a 1:44:12. And the rest of the pack is certainly fighting there for second place. It's a tie in lanes 2, 3, and 6 for second place. Lane 2 is Violet Nogel with Red Wing. She's 10 years old. The previous time here is a 1:54:45. Lane number 3 and lane number 6. So lane number 6 is Fiona Kokoman. She's 10 years old at Riptide. Her time is also 1:54, but 1:54:91. So let's see if Harper Erdl in lane number 4 can hang on to this lead.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, she looks great. She's got a full body length lead on lane number 2. Lane number 2 is Kylie Smith, 10-year-old from Riptide. She will take it here. Lane number 4. Again, she's trying to beat 1:44:12. And she will do so with a time of 1:37:17. Coming in second will be lane number 2. That's Kylie Smith. She's with Riptide. She will touch with a 1:41:92. Coming in third, is going to be lane number 6. 1:46:98 is her time. And again, lane number 6 is Fiona Kokoman with Riptide. All right, up next is going to be heat number 3 of 4.
Heat 3 of 4.
Heat 3 of 4 of girls 10 and under, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we've got Ellie from Riptide. In lane 2, Lily from Riptide. In lane 3, Allie from Riptide. In lane 4, Molly from Riptide. In lane 5, Ingrid from Riptide. In lane 6, Anya from Riptide. In lane 7, Morgan from Red Wing. And lane 8, Aliana from Riptide. On the turn, lane 4, Molly has a slight lead. But lane 5, Ingrid is pushing hard. Back half of the race, lane 4, Molly is still leading. Previous time for Molly is 1:29.11.
Molly's a 10-year-old here, as is everybody from lane 3 to lane number 8. We have 2 9-year-olds in lane 1 and 2. The 2 9-year-olds are Ellie Slinger from Riptide in lane number 1 and Lily Berner in lane number 2, also with Riptide.
Molly's coming here for the home stretch. And she'll touch with a time of 1 minute, 24 seconds.
Touching second, Ingrid Oliver from Riptide, 10-year-old. And she touched with a time of 1:27.49. Coming in third, by the way, was lane number 3 with a time of 1:30.81. Lane number 3 was Allie Rusin with Riptide.
Moving on to heat 4 of 4 in girls 10 and under, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Natalie from Riptide, Peyton from Riptide. In lane 3, Savannah from Riptide. In lane 4, Fiona from Riptide. In lane 5, Sloan from Northfield. In lane 6, Grace from Riptide. In lane 7, Olivia from Riptide. And in lane 8, Sana from Riptide.
Well, it's a pretty close one here as they go down to the other end of the pool. Pulling ahead just slightly is going to be lane number 5.
Sloan.
Yeah, that's Sloan Tussing from Northfield. She's 10 years old with a previous time of 1:17.66. But this is too close to call as they've turned here. It's a fight between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Anybody's game here. Lane 3 again is Savannah Scrafford with Riptide. Lane 4, Fiona Prill with Riptide. And again, Sloan Tussing in lane number 5 with Northfield. Oh, pulling slightly ahead at the moment, but again, just too close to call. I thought lane 3. What do you think?
It's a close one. Lane 3 and lane 4, neck and neck.
Well, they all are. This is going to be a biter, nail biter, all the way down to the wire here. Who's got the longest reach? Who can just turn on the jets just a hair? I think it's going to be lane 4. What do you think?
Lane 4.
Lane 4 does it with a time of 1:13.62.
1/10 separating lane 4 and 3.
So lane number 4 was Fiona Prill with Riptide. Coming in second, her teammate in lane number 3 with a time of 1:13.72, and that was Savannah Scrafford. And of course, coming in third was lane 5 with a time of 1:14.48, and that was Sloan with Northfield.
Moving on to event number 13, boys 10 and under, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 3, we've got JJ from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Evan from Riptide. And in lane 5, we have Emmett representing Red Wing. Good starts from both lane 3 and 4. Evan pulls out to an early lead.
Emmett's still in the lead here as he comes back this way. Right next to him, however, is, Evan. Emmett right next to him in lane number 5 is an 8-year-old from Red Wing who is currently in second. We just lost the broadcast.
Oh, no.
Should come back. Here we go.
And we're back.
It's back.
All right, Evan making that final turn, leading by about 2 body lengths.
Apologize for the glitch there, folks. We are just filled with glitches today. We'll get all this rectified for the next swim meet.
Final few strokes, and Evan's going to take it with a time of 1:35.05. Personal best.
Yeah, that's a great swim.
Okay.
Up next is event 14. This is the mixed 8 and under 25-yard freestyle.
In lane 4, we'll have Millie from Riptide, and in lane 5, Soli from Northfield.
Missing a swimmer here. There we go. Now we got our swimmers. Millie Hurley in lane number 4 is, looks like she's 8 years old. And Soli from Northfield is 7 years old. And this is a first time swim for both of these swimmers. They look so excited to get in there and start going at it.
Up on the blocks they go. Here we go.
Okay, so one's going to
They're just going to do one.
One's going to dive from the deck and one's going to go in from the blocks. That's all right.
And this is just one length of the pool.
Yeah, it's just down.
So we won't get times on the scoreboard with this one. Looks like Millie's going to take this one.
For sure. Millie will touch first, and I'm going to take a guess at the time here when I watch her touch. Looks like a 23.
I'd agree with that, sure.
Keep watching here, see if we can grab it just from eyeball and touch. And that was 34 and a half, maybe? 0.34?
I'll take it. Great swim.
All right. Next up, event 15. That's girls 11 and over, 200-yard IM.
We got 3 heats.
Yeah, 3 heats, so this one is right. In the first heat, looks like we're going to have 6 swimmers. If they win, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swimmers.
All from Riptide.
Yeah, this is an all-hit Riptide. In fact, both heat number 1 and 2 are all Riptide. In fact,
And
this is
3.
an all Riptide event, and all the heats are Riptide. So you can just announce the names. How's that one?
Yeah, all right, here we go. In lane 2, Clara. In lane 3, Caitlin. In lane 4, Olivia. In lane 5, Danica. And in lane 6, Emma.
Well, this is a first-time swim for several of them here. In lane 2, Clara Shea, who's 12 years old, first-time swim for her. Lane number 3, Caitlin Smith, first time for her as well. She's 14. And in lane number 6, Emma Larson, she's 13 and also a first-time swim. So the only 2 that have times here previously are Olivia Rooney in lane number 4. She's 11. And Danica Myers in lane number 5. She's 12. Look at that. Lane number 3 is way out ahead here. That's Caitlin Smith.
And this is an individual medley, so we'll see all 4 strokes on display here. They just finished butterfly. Now we're on to backstroke.
And you know, the interesting part here, as you guys all know, depending on how good you are at the butterfly and at the breaststroke, that's going to make the difference here. Because you can really make up some time with those strokes. But certainly it looks like lane number 3, Caitlin, is pretty much owning this one. And again, this is the first time for her this season.
Yeah, about almost a half a pool length. Coming out of backstroke, we'll now go to the breaststroke.
She's got a nice breaststroke too, by the way. Look at that. Nice form. Folks, don't forget, if you want to leave a shout out here for your favorite swimmer, certainly do that. We'll get it up on the screen. There are people in the lobby and swimmers in the lobby watching, and they will see it, as well as the swimmers like to watch these things back, and they like to see their shout outs up on the screen. So go ahead and do that, and also let us know where you're watching from and who your favorite swimmer is, or favorite team.
Caitlin's extending that lead.
Yeah, for sure.
She'll finish up breaststroke now and move into freestyle.
Freestyle, and then she'll be done. Nice job.
In second place in lane 2 is Clara, 12-year-old from Riptide.
And lane number 3 is making her turn, Caitlin, here for her final lap back. In third place, over in lane number 5, is Vivi Acosta. I'm sorry, no. Who's in lane 5? Danica Myers. That's who that is over there. You get it right. I'm still stressing out from earlier.
Right? Technical difficulties.
There we go. Touching first place with a time of 3:00:32. In lane number 3 was
and
Caitlin Smith.
lane 5 is going to hustle for second with a time of 3:09:81.
Wow. Nice job.
Good finish.
Another shout out here from Terry. Good luck, Gabriel DeMarco, in your upcoming heats. Grandma is watching you from Wilmer. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the shout out. Good luck to Gabriel. Okay, we're just finishing up here with our last swimmer in lane number 6. That's Emma Larson. Again, she's 13 years old from Riptide, and again, this is showing as her first time swimming this. And she's going to touch with a 4:01:50. All right, up next is heat 2 of 3.
Again, in all Riptide heat.
7 swimmers.
7 swimmers.
Yep.
In lane 1 is Sophia. In lane 2 is Quinn. In lane 3 is Megan. In lane 4 is Selena. In lane 5, Vivi. In lane 6, Jojo. And in lane 7, Rima.
Lane number 5.
Vivi.
Selena Chen. Oh no, Vivi Acosta is lane number 5, right?
Yep.
She's 11 years old from Riptide. Previous time 2:53:44 is leading the pack right now. But it is close. Well, it's close for second. Let's put it that way. In fact, in second place is lane number 4.
Yeah, lane number 4 is Selena, a 12-year-old out of Riptide. Previous best time of 2:51:57. Vivi is still leading here at the turn, but Selena is catching her.
Yeah, she's gaining quite a bit on her, isn't she? But then again, this is where, depending on what your favorite strokes are, this is where you can really make
all the
up.
difference. Yeah, so we're on to the breaststroke, and Selena's starting to close that gap.
If she can just hold on to that, it'll be interesting. They're kind of keeping pace, wouldn't you say?
I would, yeah, about a body length between the two right now.
Yeah.
Good turn by Selena. It's all going to come down to the freestyle.
By the way, third place right now is lane number 6. And lane number 6 is Jojo Blondes, 12 years old from Riptide. And she's got a previous time, 3:09:35. Okay, I think she can hang on to this lead. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's hers to lose.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Her previous best is 2:53:44. I think she's going to beat that pretty
handily, yeah. They've still got something going on here with the clocks. Got the lap time up there, not the final time. So, but look at that lap time. 35:84 versus a 35:60.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Just not enough pool there. So they'll get the final scores up there in just a minute. Hoping they're not having issues with the scoreboard again. Well, we'll see. Let's see
There
if
we
they can
go.
get
We
that
got a
sc-
final time there.
Yeah, we did.
2:31.05.
I don't think we have the correct time over in the other ones.
Now
They'll
we're
get
moving
those
on.
scores from
All right, here we go. Heat 3 of 3. The girls 11 and over, 200-yard individual medley. In lane 1, we have Ellie from Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat. So Ellie in lane 1, Sophia in lane 2. In lane 6, we have Audrey. Lane 7, Susie. And in lane 8, Eliana. Pretty close heat here.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Lane 6, 2, and 3 are pretty much neck and neck.
And even lane number 1, technically, if you look here. Lane number 1 is Ellie Sidaros, 12 years old. The previous time of 2:46.74. Lane number 2 is Sophia Geronimus. She's 13 years old, and she's got a previous time of 2:43.72. Lane number 3, Abby Christman, 14-year-old, and her previous time is 2:39.33. And over in lane number 6, Audrey Hagee, also 13 years old, at previous time of 2:42 even.
We have a four-way race here.
Yeah, absolutely we do. Although lane number 1 is starting to fall back just a little bit here. Again, it's tough, you know. Not everybody is good at all the strokes, and that's what happens. But that's okay. A lot of good form there. I like what I'm seeing. Lane number 2 pulling ahead.
Lane number 2, yeah.
Sophia Geronimus. Really close to look at all the way across the board now. Lane number 8, too.
Yep.
By the way, lane number 8 is Eliana Heinel. She's 12 years old, the previous time of 2:47.99.
Sophia is starting to break away from the pack here.
Certainly is, yeah. Again, folks, this is our final heat, heat number 3 of event 15. And this is the girls 11 and over 200-yard IM. Up next, we should have event 16, which is boys 11 and over 200-yard IM. All right, finishing first, lane number 2 with a time of 2:37.49. That was Sophia Geronimus. Finishing second, lane number 6 with a time of 2:40.27. That's Audrey Hagee. Finishing third was lane number 3. Lane number 3 was Abby Christman. All right, up next is event 16, heat number 1 of 2.
Boys 11 and over 200-yard individual medley. In lane 1, we have Ethan from Riptide. In lane 2, Rion from Riptide. In lane 3, Connor from Riptide. In lane 4, Ben from Riptide. In lane 5, Aiden from Riptide. In lane 6, Nicholas from Riptide. In lane 7, Ethan from Riptide.
That's
in
it. Nobody in lane 8
Oh, no,
this
lane
time.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
No show there. We'll cross that one off.
An all Riptide heat. Early on, it looks like Connor is leading. 12-year-old. Previous best of 3:23.12.
I think Ethan in lane number 1
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see
is
him.
kind of overtaking it here. Can you see at the
Yeah.
bottom of your screen there? That's lane number 1. Ethan Misikonis with Riptide, 17 years old. No previous time listed here.
That's going to be a battle for second.
Absolutely. Boy, close battle.
Rion and Connor. Rion in lane 2, Connor in lane 3.
About 3/4 of a body length lead there on lane number 2, right? Rian?
Yep. Ethan down in lane 1 is more than half a pool length ahead.
Yeah, almost a full pool length. Again, folks, we are in event 16. This is boys 11 and over, 200-yard IM, and this is heat number 1 of 2.
Ethan's making that final turn.
Remember to tell your friends and family about our broadcasts that we do here. Hopefully, we're going to have my co-host here join me again here for the future broadcasts.
I might be hooked.
It's actually a lot of fun.
It is.
It's great to get out here and see the kids swim from this vantage point and connect with the fans out there that couldn't attend in person.
So Ethan's going to win it with a time of 2:40.16.
Nice.
Rian has really opened up
Oh, yeah.
a
Just taking
lead there
over
for a second. He's going to come in here.
Also, no previous time listed here.
3 minutes 54 for Rian, and coming in third will be Connor in lane 3 with a time of 3:09.58.
Nice improvement. Connor's previous time was a 3:23.12. So that's a great improvement there. All right, we're just going to wrap this one up, and then we will be set for heat number 2, our final heat of event 16. We got our final swimmer over in lane number 7 coming in. That's Ethan Thompson, 11-year-old. And again, no previous time listed for him. All right, here it is, heat number 2. Let's see if we got all of our swimmers this time.
Looks like it.
Are we missing somebody?
Oh, lane 5.
Yeah, lane
That's
5 is
Ivan.
Scratch that one off.
So in lane 1, we've got Kieran from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Eddie from Riptide. In lane 3, Nolan from Riptide. In lane 4, Alex from Riptide. In lane 6, Jim from Northfield. In lane 7, Elliot from Riptide. And in lane 8, Cameron from Riptide. Got about a four-way race right now.
This is close.
This is competitive.
Let's see what happens here when they make the turn. Still very close here. It's probably a 3-way race at this point, but really close there still.
Slight edge. Oh, I don't know.
Look at over here in lane number 6. Starting to gain on it, making the turn first, lane number 6.
That's Jim.
That's Jim Graham from Northfield. You know, he's 16 years old. His previous time here is 2:45.58. He's got a pretty strong backstroke. He's taken over the lead by about a body length. Makes the change. All right, let's see what happens here now. He's got a really strong breaststroke, too. Look at that. Fight for second place is in lanes 3 and 4.
Nolan and Alex.
Yeah, Nolan and Alex, both 15-year-olds, teammates.
Alex has a slight lead over Nolan, and he's widening the gap.
Meanwhile, over in lane number 6, Jim Graham with Northfield is making his turn for his final lap back. And he will finish first. Once again, his previous time here is 2:45.58.
He's going to beat that.
Yeah.
By a lot.
Yeah. 2:20.29 he finishes with.
That's quite an improvement. 25 seconds.
And we got a shout out here from Tammy. Swim, Alex, swim. That's probably Alex Sorum, I believe, in lane number 4.
Comes in second with a time of 2:32.39.
Nice job. Alex's previous time is a 2:36.08, so nice improvement.
And Nolan will finish third with 2:42.55. Coming up is event 17. It's the girls 11 and 12 100-yard individual medley. Heat 1 of 2.
All right, let me get that switched on the screen. There we go.
In lane 4, we've got Eliana from Red Wing. And in lane 6, we have Salome from Red Wing.
Well, we've got a mystery swimmer.
It's a Riptide swimmer. With the first touch, Salome is leading, 12-year-old from Red Wing. No previous time. Salome still leading, but Eliana's hot on her heels. We're neck and neck now. Salome and Eliana. Eliana is catching her.
Well, we know that the mystery swimmer in lane number 5 is a Riptide swimmer.
Riptide, yeah, we can tell by the swim cap.
We'll at least give you that.
So Eliana's going to take over the lead here.
And by the way, this is heat 1 of 2. And you know, the interesting thing is we are only a few minutes off schedule.
I know, we got it
problems.
back.
Yeah.
Eliana's going to win it with a time of 1:45.65. That bests her previous time of 1:52.
We have a soft touch over in lane number 6. All right, up next is heat 2, our final heat of event 17, girls 11 to 12 100-yard IM.
In lane 1, we have Eliza from Red Wing. In lane 2, Aileen from Riptide. In lane 3, Maddie from Riptide. In lane 4, June Holter from Riptide. In lane 5, June Moore from Riptide. In lane 6, Sophia from Riptide. In lane 7, Betsy from Riptide. And in lane 8, Maddie from Riptide.
Take a look here as they make a little
Looks
bit of
like
a peek
Aileen
there.
touched first. Right now we got a three-way race between Aileen, June.
It's a tough one to call, but it really looks like lane number 2 and lane number 5 are in kind of the two-way race right now.
Yep.
Lane 2 is Eileen Chen from Riptide, 11 years old. Lane number 5 is June Moore, 12-year-old from Riptide.
Ooh. Strong finish from Maddie.
Wow, that was great. Look at that. Look at the scoreboard. Tied.
Wow, tied for second, 126.02.
Lanes 4 and 5 came in second at the exact same time.
Wow, you don't see that often.
You love to see that.
All right, moving on to our next event. Event 18, boys 11 and 12, 100-yard individual medley. Heat 1 of 1. In lane 2, we have Elijah from Northfield. In lane 3, we have Joshua from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Cal from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Carson from Riptide. And in lane 6, we have Eric from Riptide.
Another shout out here from Terry. Your mom, Chase, and Papa are cheering for Lily B on Riptide. Thanks for the shout out. Again, we got a clear leader here. Lane number 4.
Cal Chafin, 12-year-old from Riptide. Previous best of 137.89.
Nice. Did you ever swim when you were younger?
Nothing like this.
No? Yeah, me either. But I've got daughters that swim, so that's how I wind up here. And I think you also have a daughter, right?
Daughter in 8U right now. Cal's still leading the pack. First to transition to breaststroke.
Cal's got almost a half a pool length. Not quite. Third place is anybody's guess here. It's basically the rest of the pool, but mostly lanes number 2, 5, and 6. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, finishing first is going to be lane number 4. That's Cal Chafin, 12 years old from Riptide.
132.47,
Nice.
besting his previous time.
Yeah, good 5 seconds.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be another tight one here. I think lane 5 is going to touch first, though. Yep, with a time of 1:49.03, lane number 5 is coming in second. That's Carson Egbert. Coming in third was lane number 6 with a time of 1:49.47. That's Eric Michaela, also with Riptide, and he's 12 years old. Up next, event 19. This will be heat 1 of 3.
Girls 10 and under, 100-yard individual medley. In lane 3, we have Haley from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Bree from Riptide. And in lane 5, we have Lily from Riptide.
Interestingly enough, all 3 are 9 years old. Pretty close here as they go down to the other end of the pool. If this was me, I'd be probably looking for the buoy about now so I don't drown. All right, pulling away over in lane number 5
Lily
is
Burner.
Lily Burner, yeah. Again, no previous time here on all 3 swimmers. Lily's ahead by about 3 body lengths. There she goes. She's got her breaststroke going here. Pretty good form.
Race for second is neck and neck.
It certainly is.
Slight edge to Bree right now. We'll see if that changes.
It is so close, though. I don't know what you can say about that. But Lily Burner is continuing to lead the pack down here as she transitions into her freestyle, as she comes back to her freestyle for her final lap. Again, no previous times here for any of the swimmers. So Lily will finish first with a time. Oh, it's a soft touch, so let's see if they can catch it still.
This is going to come down to the wire for second. Looks like Haley
Kind of surprising.
might get it.
Yeah, she will. With a time of 1:56.73 coming in second was lane number 3, Haley McGrath. Coming in third was Bree Tatoshin. All right, up next is heat 2 of 3. Well, we got a full boat of swimmers here.
Yeah.
All 8 lanes.
So in lane 1 is Ingrid from Riptide, and in lane 2 is Emily from Northfield. In lane 3 is Kylie from Riptide. In lane 4 is Lila from Riptide. In lane 5 is Isla from Riptide. In lane 6 is Fiona from Riptide. In lane 7 is Hattie from Riptide. And in lane 8 is Ellie from Riptide.
So we've got one non-Riptide swimmer here.
It is
lane
our
number
home meet.
2 is Amelia Lenz, 9 years old from Northfield. She's in lane 2 again. Previous time is 2:21:36. Leading the pack is lanes 1 and 6.
That'll be Ingrid in lane 1 and Fiona in lane 6.
Fiona Kokeman in lane number 6 has a previous time of 2:14:27. Ingrid Olivia in lane number 1 has no previous time. I think lane number 1 is pulling away just a little bit. What do you think?
Just a touch. And now the Terran really starting to extend that lead. So in first, we've got Ingrid with a time of 1:37:12. In second, we have Isla with a time of 1:38:70. And in third, we have Lila with a time of 1:44:77.
All right. Up next will be heat number 3. That'll be our final heat in the event number 19. Girls 10 and under, 100-yard IM.
In lane 1, we have Allie from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Lauren from Riptide. In lane 3, we have Grace from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Sloan from Northfield. In lane 5, we have Elizabeth from Riptide. In lane 6, we have Eleanor from Northfield. And in lane 7, we have Morgan from Red Wing. So early on, Elizabeth, lane 5, is leading the pack. About a body length behind is Sloan from Northfield. Elizabeth in lane 5 will touch first for the final 25. We got a race for second in lanes 3 and 4. That's Grace and Sloan. Elizabeth will touch first with a time of 1:23:36. Second will go to Sloan with a time of 1:27:7. And third will be Grace with a time of 1:29:87. All right, moving on to event 20, boys 10 and under, 100-yard individual medley. Heat 1 of 1. In lane 1, we have Brooks from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Connor from Riptide. In lane 3, we have Graham from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Evan from Riptide. In lane 5, we've got Nicholas from Riptide. In lane 6, we've got Gabe from Riptide. In lane 7, we have Austin from Riptide. And in lane 8, we have Emmett from Red Wing. After the first turn, we've got a close race between lanes 4, 3, 2, and 8. Evan and Graham are pretty much neck and neck. Evan's starting to pull away. Previous best for Evan is a 146.51. 10-year-old from Riptide.
Another shout out here from Mary. We're cheering hard for you from Wisconsin. Thanks so much. Love to see that.
Coming in first in lane 5 is going to be Nicholas with a time of 148.52. Coming in second is Evan with a time of 153.53. And coming in third is Graham with a time of 153.72.
Another shout out here from True North Creations. Let's go, Gabriel.
Coming up next is event 21, girls 13 and over 50-yard freestyle. We'll rattle these off fast because they're going to be done before we know it. In lane 2 is Emma from Riptide. In lane 3 is Jola from Riptide. In lane 4 is Greta from Northfield. In lane 5 is Belle from Riptide. In lane 6 is Ella from Northfield.
You got them all in. Good job.
Whew.
I'll tell you what, this is a tight race. I'm going to guess, boy, it's tight between lanes 4 and 5. Who's going to touch first? This could be another photo finish. Lane number 5 with a time of 35.30 will touch first.
600ths between them.
Lane 5 was Bella Wigan with Riptide. Lane 4 was Greta Peterson from Northfield. Up next, heat number 2, our final heat of this event. We have all 8 swimmers. We appear to.
In lane 1, we've got McKenna from Riptide. In lane 2, Bella from Riptide. In lane 3, Ella from Northfield. In lane 4, Lona from Riptide. In lane 5, Sienna from Red Wing. In lane 6, Elizabeth from Northfield. In lane 7, Sophia from Riptide. And in lane 8, Sylvia from Riptide. Another close one.
I'm going to say lane number 5 appears
Sienna.
to be in the lead there.
From Red Wing.
Previous time there is 27.83 for her.
She will touch first, 27.74.
That's it. She should take every little bit she can.
Coming in second is lane 3, Ella, and coming in third is lane 4, Alona. All right, event 22, boys 13 and over, 50-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 2. In lane 3, we have Ayush from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Sam from Riptide. In lane 5, we've got Eli from Red Wing. And in lane 6, we've got Ethan from Riptide. Looks like we only have 3 swimmers.
Yeah, lanes 3, 5, and 6. So that's Ayush Sarapali from Riptide in lane number 3. Lane 5 is Eli Castillo from Red Wing. And lane number 6 is Ethan Misikonis with Riptide.
Ethan's going to take this one.
Without a problem.
With time of 28.22.
No previous time for him, so that's the first swim here as far as we know.
Second will go to Ayush, and third will go to Eli. Moving on to Heat 2 of the boys 13 and over 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Kieran from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Nolan from Riptide. In lane 3, we have Alex from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Tucker from Northfield. In lane 5, we have Logan from Northfield. In lane 6, we have Jim from Northfield. In lane 7, we have Rion from Riptide. And finally, in lane 8, we have Aiden from Riptide. Touching first is going to be Tucker Connolly from Northfield with a time of 24:43. Second will go to Jim Graham from Northfield. And third will go to Nolan Luther from Riptide. Next event, number 23. We're about halfway through. That's not true. That'll be the girls 11 and 12 50-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2. In lane 3, we have Taylor from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Betsy from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Lillian from Red Wing. And in lane 6, we have Maya from Riptide. Maya's leading the pack. Betsy and Lillian are neck and neck. The Lillian is starting to pull away. Maya will touch first with a time of 36:29. In second is Lillian with a time of 40:13. And in third is Betsy with a time of 41:40. Coming up next is heat 2 of 2 of the girls 11 and 12 50-yard freestyle. We're missing one swimmer in lane 3. In lane 1, we have Olivia from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Rima from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Eliana from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Sophia from Riptide. In lane 6, we have Danica from Riptide. In lane 7, we have Jojo from Riptide. And in lane 8, we have Clara from Riptide. Eliana will touch first with a time of 30:37, followed by Danica Myers with a time of 33:40. And in third, we have Sophia Renato with a time of 33:41. Event 24 is going to be the boys 11 and 12 50-yard freestyle.
Combining heats 1 and 2.
Okay, so we're going to combine heats 1 and 2.
Okay. We've got another shout out here from Perry. Cal, we're so proud of you. Okay, so again, we're combining 2 events here.
So I think Carson moved into the heat 2.
So
He's now going to be in lane 1. So in lane 1 is going to be Carson from Riptide. In lane 2 is going to be Ethan from Riptide. Lane 3, Hayden from Riptide. Lane 4, Connor from Riptide. Lane 5, Nicholas from Riptide. Lane 6, Joshua from Riptide. And in lane 7, Eric from Riptide. Connor's the first of the turn. We have a 3-way race. Now a 2-way race between lanes 4 and 5. It's going to be close. Wow. Okay. Lane 5, which is Nicholas, is going to finish first with 33:12, followed by lane 4, which is Connor, time of 33:21. And finally in third, we have Hayden with a time of 34:30.
All right, up next is event 25. That's girls 10 and under, 50-yard freestyle. This will be 3 heats of swimming with heat number 1. Missing a swimmer, it looks like. Let's see here. Oh, we got them all. All right, into the water they go. Splash. In lane number 3, Isabella Hollebush with Riptide. Lane number 4 is Haley McGrath with Riptide. Lane number 5, Bree Tatosian with Riptide. And in lane number 6, Etta Lenz with Northfield. Pretty close race here as they go down to the other end of the pool and make their turn. I'm going to say lane number 5 is maybe a little bit in the lead, but again, it's pretty close here between lanes 4 and 5. Lane number 5, by the way, is Bree Tatoshan with Riptide. She's 9 years old, and none of these swimmers have any previous times. Lane number 4 surging ahead here to finish first with a soft touch. Lane 4 is Haley McGrath, 9 years old from Riptide. Coming in second was Bree Tatoshan in lane number 5. Coming in third is going to be lane 3. That's Isabella Hollebush, also 9 years old. All right, up next is heat number 2 of 3. The swimmers are getting set here. All right, into the water they go. Lane number 1 is Fiona Kokeman with Riptide. Lane number 2, Violet Noble with Red Wing. Lane 3, Lily Chester, Riptide. Lane 4, Elena Kurtzholz with Riptide. Lane number 5, Harper Erdl with Riptide. Lane 7, Everly Turney with Red Wing. And in lane number 8, Hattie Clinton with Riptide. Well, I'll tell you, this is another one that's just really close. I can't call it here. They're all performing so well. It's going to be interesting. Keep your eye on lane number 8 there. And in lane number 5. Let's see who touches first. It's lane number 8 with a time of 43.91. Lane 8 was Hattie Clinton with Riptide. Coming in second, lane number 5. That's Harper Erdl. Coming in third was lane number 3. And lane 3 was Lily Chestner with Riptide. All right, up next is heat number 3. This is our final heat in event 25, girls 10 and under 50-yard freestyle. Got 7 swimmers here on the blocks. There they go. Lane number 1 is Lila Looks with Riptide. Lane number 2, Olivia Liu with Riptide. Lane 3 with Fiona Prill, Riptide. In fact, they're all Riptide. Lane number 4 is Elizabeth Meyer. Lane 5, Peyton Pastrollo. Lane 6, Santa Roy. And lane number 7 is Molly Engen. Elizabeth Meyer in lane number 4 is in the lead. She will touch first. Her previous time is a 33.24. She touches with a 33.40. Coming in second, lane number 6. That's Santa Roy. And coming in third was lane number 3. And that's Fiona Prill. All right, up next is event 26. This is a single heat. This is boys 10 and under 50-yard freestyle. We've got a full boat of swimmers here. All 8 of them are up on the blocks as we speak. And getting ready to jump in the water. There they go. Oh, we had a little bit of a late start in lane number 6. I'm sorry, lane number 5. But comes out of it well. Lane number 1, Austin Gangler with Riptide. These are all Riptide swimmers. Lane number 2, J.J. Verner. Lane number 3, Evan Jackson. Lane number 4, Graham Kuhn. Lane number 5, Gabe DeMarco. Lane number 6, Nicholas Michaela. Lane number 7, Connor West. And lane number 8, Brooks Sawija. I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say it's between lanes 3 and 4 and maybe 6, but I think it's 3 and 4. Lane 3 touches first with a time of 41.68. Lane 3 was Evan Jackson coming in second right next to him, and lane number 4 was Graham Kuhn. And coming in third was lane number 6 with a time of 43.22. That was Nicholas Michaela. All right, here we go. Event 28. There was no 27, so let's just...
Unlucky 27, apparently.
Yeah, there was no 27. So this is the 11 and over 100-yard butterfly. This will be girls 11 and over. We should have 7 swimmers, and we do.
Then 28, girls 11 and over 100-yard butterfly in 1 and 1.
There they go into the water. In lane number 1 is Caitlin Smith with Riptide. Lane number 2, Vivi Acosta, Riptide. Lane number 3, Selena Chen with Riptide. Lane number 4, Violet Canole with Northfield. Lane number 5, Abby Crispin with Riptide. Lane number 6, Teresa Shen with Riptide. And in lane number 7, Megan Siegler with Riptide. Very close between lanes 4 and 5. Lane 4 with a slight lead here. Lane number 4 is Violet Canole, 13-year-old from Northfield. She will touch first there as she turns. Second place now looks to be a fight between lanes 2 and 5. Violet in lane number 4 with Northfield is still commanding this race. Lane number 4 with a time of 1:11.61 finishes first. That's Violet with Northfield coming in second. Lane number 2 is Vivi Acosta with Riptide coming in third. Lane number 5, Abby Chrisman with Riptide. All right, up next is event 29. This is boys 11 and over, 100-yard butterfly. Looks like we've got 6 swimmers. I did not see 6 swimmers out here. Let's see what gets on the blocks. So far, we've got 4 swimmers. That is... Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going for it.
Well, we had a late swimmer here jump in the water in lane number 2. I don't believe he's going to be... Well, they started that one pretty fast. All right, so who do we have in the water? Let's just go with the names on the paper here. Lane number 2, Elliot Lesh with Riptide. Lane 3, Jim Graham with Northfield. Lane 4, Logan Kropicka with Northfield. Lane number 5, Tucker Connolly with Northfield. Lane number 6, Cameron Andrewson with Riptide. And lane number 7 is Ryan Gambayan with Riptide. You want to know something interesting, though? With his late start in lane number 2, that's Elliot Lesh. He has now made up and is not in last place.
Pretty
doing
amazing.
a great job. Currently in first place is lane number 4. That's Logan with Northfield. His previous time here is a 1:03.81. And he finishes with a 1:10.16. Coming in second, lane number 3. That's Jim Graham from Northfield. Coming in third, lane number 6, Cameron Andrewson with Riptide.
Next event's going to be girls 11 and 12, 50-yard butterfly. It's event 30 of 55. Heat 1 of 1. All the swimmers are on the blocks. There they go. And in lane 1, we've got Eliana from Red Wing. In lane 2, we have Lillian from Red Wing. In lane 3, we have Olivia from Riptide. In lane 4, we have June from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Eliza from Red Wing. In lane 6, we have Maddie from Riptide. And in lane 7, we have June from Riptide. It's neck and neck between lanes 4 and 6 right now. Lane 4, June Holter is starting to pull away. 11-year-old from Riptide. Previous best of 48.16. She will win with a time of 40.29. Coming in second is Maddie Droberg from Riptide. And third is Eliza Marcio from Red Wing. Okay. Event 31, boys, 11 and 12, 50-yard butterfly, heat 1 of 1. This is an all Riptide heat. In lane 3, we have Hayden from Riptide. In lane 4, Eddie from Riptide. In lane 5, Ben from Riptide. And in lane 6, Cal from Riptide. Eddie's out to an early lead. An 11-year-old, previous best, 38.54. Last couple strokes. And Eddie will win it. Eddie McGarvey with a time of 39.98. Coming in second is Ben Johnson with a time of 42.47. And in third is Kyle Chafin with a time of 47.45. Okay, event 32, girls 10 and under, 50-yard butterfly. Heat 1 of 2. We have 5 swimmers for this heat. In lane 2 is Anya from Riptide. In lane 3 is Kylie from Riptide. In lane 4 is Grace from Riptide. In lane 5 is Ingrid from Riptide. And in lane 7 is Etta from Northfield. Etta Joe. Grace is going to touch first with a time of 44.82. Coming in second is Anya Coronel with a time of 45.71. And coming in third is Ingrid Oliver with a time of 46.82. Okay. Heat 2 of girls 10 and under 50-yard butterfly is up next. This is going to be a full heat, 8 swimmers. Starting in lane 1 is Molly from Riptide. Lane 2 is Natalie from Riptide. Lane 3, Savannah from Riptide. Lane 4, Elizabeth from Riptide. Lane 5, Eleanor from Northfield. Lane 6, Lauren from Riptide. Lane 7, Olivia from Riptide. And lane 8, Allie from Riptide. It looks like Elizabeth, 10-year-old from Riptide, is going to take this one. And she does with a time of 38.77. Coming in second is Savannah Scrafford with a time of 39.99. And coming in third is Eleanor Amy Rowe with a time of 45.54. Okay, moving on to event 33. This is the boys 10 and under 50-yard butterfly. 4 swimmers in this one. Beginning in lane 3, we have JJ from Riptide. Lane 4 is Graham from Riptide. Lane 5 is Evan from Riptide. And lane 6 is Emmett from Red Wing.
I just want to say you're doing a great job here today. Much better than I could have done. Certainly I needed the help today, so I appreciate it.
Hey, happy to help. Emmett Turney from Red Wing coming on strong here, taking the lead in the last couple lengths of the pool. He will touch first with a time of... Oh, we have a soft touch.
Jinx.
Coming in second is going to be JJ from Riptide with a time of 56:44, and then third is going to be Evan with a time of 57:17.
Okay, up next is event 34. This is mixed 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. Looks like we're going to have 2 swimmers here. Millie Hurley and Soli Ripley Boyson from Northfield in lane number 5. And lane number 4 is Millie Hurley with Riptide. Our swimmers are going to get ready here. This will be a quick down. Are the timers? Timers are making their way down to the other end of the pool right now. Then after this, we will get into the 100-yard backstrokes.
Swimmers getting in the pool. And here we go. Off they go.
Again, in lane number 4 is Millie Hurley, 8 years old from Riptide, and lane number 5 is Soli Ripley Boyson from Northfield, and she's 7 years old. Looks like touching first is going to be Millie, followed by Soli. All right, we got to wait a minute here for our timers to make it back to the other end of the pool here, along with our official. And then we'll get started with event 35. This is girls 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke. This will be 4 heats of swimming, starting off with heat number 1.
Popular race. It's a lot of swimmers.
Lane 35, girls 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke, heat 1 of 4.
First heat has 5 swimmers. In lane 2, we have Maya from Riptide. In lane 3, we have Emma from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Belle from Riptide. In lane 6, we have Ella from Northfield. And in lane 7, we have Aileen from Riptide. After the first turn, the swimmers are pretty much neck and neck. Out in lane 7, Eileen Chen, she will touch first after 50 yards. But close on her tail is Ella Welp. from Northfield. Eileen Chen is going to touch first with a time of 125.42. Coming in second is Ella Welp with a time of 128.13. And in third is Belle Wygand with a time of 133.30. Okay, heat 2 of 4 for girls, 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke. Looks like we have 7 swimmers for this heat. In lane 1, we have Rima from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Danica from Riptide. In lane 3, Sylvia from Riptide. In lane 4, Megan from Riptide. In lane 6, Sophia from Riptide. In lane 7, Jojo from Riptide. And lane 8, Jola from Riptide. Danica in lane 2 is out to an early lead. Danica in lane 2 now has a lead of about 1 body length. The race for second is on, though. Oh, and we have a tie for second. Second time this day. All right. So in first, we have Danica with a time of 124.21. Tied for second are Emma and Sophia with times of 125.95. And on to heat 3 of 4 for the girls, 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1, we have Ruby from Riptide. In lane 2, Vivi, Riptide. In lane 3, Bella, Riptide. In lane 4, Audrey, Riptide. In lane 5, Selena, Riptide. In lane 6, Lona from Riptide. And in lane 7, Caitlin from Riptide. Audrey in lane 4 is out to an early lead. Previous best time of 118.10. Audrey extending that lead. She will touch first with a time of 1:16.68. Followed by Ruby in lane 2 with a time of 1:19.43. And in third place is Selena Chen with a time of 1:19.73. Okay, heat 4 of 4. Girls 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke. Lanes 3 and 4 are open. So beginning in lane 1, we have Sophia from Riptide. Lane 2, Eliana from Riptide. Lane 5, Sienna from Red Wing. Lane 6, Ella from Northfield. Lane 7, Susie from Riptide. And lane 8, Ellie from Riptide. Sienna Yaki, a 13-year-old from Red Wing, is leading thus far. Previous best 1:12.08. She'll take that lead into the third lap. So Eliana and Sophia are trying to catch her. Audrey will touch first with a time of 1:12.35, followed by Eliana from Riptide with a time of 1:14.90, and in third, Sophia Geronimos with a time of 1:15.30.
All right, up next is going to be event 36. That's boys 11 and over, 100-yard backstroke. This will be 3 heats of swimming with heat number 1. Looks like we've got 2 swimmers in the water in lanes 3 and 5. Lane number 3 is Ayush Sarapali from Riptide. And lane number 5 is Eli Castillo from Red Wing. Leading the pack right now is Ayush in lane number 3. He's 13 years old from Riptide, and neither swimmer has a previous time recorded.
Ayush will touch first going into the last lap. And Ayush Sarapali will win this race with a time of 1:31.65.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Eli is going to come in second in lane number 5 for Red Wing. And he's going to touch with a time of 1:44.12. Pretty good prediction, huh?
Pretty good.
Up next, heat number 2. Supposed to have 7 swimmers. Do you see 7?
I see 7.
What happened to lane
what happened
4?
to 4?
We're missing 4 suddenly. All right, lane number 1 is Carson Egbert with Riptide. This is all Riptide, by the way. Lane number 2 is Ethan Thompson. Lane number 3 is Aiden Coe. Lane number 5 is Connor Brown. Lane number 6, Hayden Luxinger. And lane number 7 is Joshua Hipke. We're not going to see somebody suddenly jump into lane 4, do you think?
Looks like lane 5 is out to the early lead.
About a half a
Connor
body
Brown,
length.
Yep. In second currently is Hayden.
Connor
lane
does
6.
Connor does take the turn first there. He's 12 years old with Riptide. His previous time is a 1:30.31.
Hayden and Aiden battling it out for second. Say
You like
3
that,
times
yeah.
fast.
Gonna be close. Look at this.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Big push.
Just enough reach there. Lane number 5 will touch first with a time of 1:27.60. That's Connor Brown. Coming in second was lane number 6 with a soft touch. Lane 6 was Hayden Luxinger. Coming in third was lane number 3, and that was Aiden Coe. Because of the soft touch, it threw the clock off, I believe.
Yep.
All right, up next is heat number 3.
3 of 3. Here we go.
The last one of event 36.
We're missing 2 swimmers.
Uh-oh. Lanes 6 and 7?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and lane number 1 is Elliot Lesh with Riptide. Lane number 2 is Nolan Luther with Riptide. Lane number 3 is Ethan Misikonis with Riptide. Lane number 4, Tucker Connolly with Northfield. Lane 5, Pearson Crick with Riptide. And then lane number 8 is Kieran Sokoli with Riptide. Way out in the lead here is lane number 4. That's Tucker Connolly with Northfield. He's 17 years old. His previous time is 59:17. Kind of a tie here for second place between lanes 3 and 5. Lane 3 is Ethan Misikonis, 17-year-old from Riptide. Lane 5 is Pearson Crick, 14-year-old from Riptide. But Tucker Connolly in lane number 4 continues to dominate this race. And he will touch with a 10101. How about that?
10101.
Yeah. Coming in second, lane number 5. That's Pearson Crick with a time of 107.10. Coming in third was lane number 3 with a time of 107.69, and that's Ethan Misikonis. All right, up next is event 37. This is girls 11 and 12 50-yard backstroke. So this will be a quick down and back. We should have 3 swimmers in our first heat. This is heat 1 of 2. Now you have a swimmer somewhere in this meet.
She's coming up here.
Oh, good. You'll have to point it out when we get there.
Yep.
Okay, now we have a mystery swimmer again. Lane number 3 is going to be a mystery Riptide swimmer for me. There they go. Lane number 4 is Betsy Bergstead with Riptide. Lane number 5 is Salome Heron with Red Wing. And lane number 6 is Taylor Regenscheid with Riptide.
First, we'll go to Betsy Bergstead out of Riptide with a time of 45:86. Heat 2, we have 7 swimmers. Beginning in lane 2, we have Sophia from Riptide. Lane 3 is June from Riptide. Lane 4 is Ruby from Riptide. Lane 5, Maddie from Riptide. Lane 6, Clara from Riptide. Lane 7, Maddie from Riptide. And lane 8 is Eliza from Red Wing.
Looks like it's a two-way race at the moment with lane 4 and 8, although lane 8 took a quick peek here, which slowed her down at the turn. So lane 4 should technically, yep, lane 4 has pulled way out ahead. Lane 4, by the way, is Ruby Dalen with Riptide. Finishing first, lane number 4 with a 36.41 was Ruby. Coming in second was lane number 8 with a time of 41.94. That's Eliza Marcio. And coming in third was lane number 5. That was Maddie Carter with Riptide. All right, up next is event 38, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. This will be heat 1 of 1, be a short one. We appreciate you watching today. Remember, tell your friends and family that we do try to broadcast most or all of our meets here at the Blue Water Aquatic Center for Riptide. We'd love for you to join us, either live or in person or on the live stream. All right, in lane number 2 is Eric Michaela with Riptide. Lane number 3 is Elijah Bridley with Northfield. Lane number 4 is Ben Johnson with Riptide, and lane number 5 is Nicholas Siegler with Riptide. Ben Johnson in lane number 4 is currently in the lead, and he will probably touch first here, followed by Nicholas Siegler, his teammate, in lane number 5. Ben does touch first with a 42.71, and Nicholas touches second with a time of 44.96. Coming in third is going to be close. It's going to be lane number 2 with a time of 51.37. Lane 2 is Eric Michaela with Riptide. All right, that'll do it for event 38. Moving on to event 39. This is girls 10 and under, 50-yard backstroke. This will be heat 1 of 5.
My daughter is going to be in lane 5.
Ah, lane number 5. I'll let you do the announcing then.
Okay.
Use last names.
So this is girls 10 and under, 50-yard backstroke. Lane 3 is Emil from Riptide.
Emily from Riptide.
Oh, we're missing a Y? All right.
So lane number 3 was Emily. Lane number 4, go ahead, pick it up from there.
Ella in lane number 5, my daughter Rosie. In lane number 6, Etta Joe.
There you go. A lot of E's in that one. Lanes 3, 4, and 6 are all E's. We don't have the clearest printouts, by the way, here that we're reading from, so we're doing the best we can.
We're doing our best.
Yeah, we're decrypting. How's Rosie doing there? Coming in first is going to be lane number 3. That's Emily.
See if she can pick up third here.
Second's lane number 4. That's Ella. Coming in third, there it is, Rosie Olson from Riptide as well in lane number 5. Okay, we're going to move on to heat 2 of 5. Our swimmers are going to get set here in the water. We have everybody there, almost everybody. Here we go, they're ready to go. All right, in lane number 1, Isabella Hollebush with Riptide. Lane number 3, Fiona Kokeman with Riptide. Lane number 4, Lily Chester with Riptide. Lane number 5, Everly Turney with Red Wing. Lane number 6 is Violet Nogel with Red Wing. Lane number 7 is Sophia Eisenzimmer with Riptide. And lane number 8 is Anna Latang with Riptide. Looks like it's a two-way lead here in lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3 is Fiona, lane 4 is Lily. Wow, is it close? We got to go with what the clock says, but that was, I think they touched at the same time, if you ask me. But lane number 4 3 came in first. Lane number 3 was Fiona. Lane number 4 came in third, but it was weird how the touch was. So we'll have to let the timers dig that all apart. Up next is going to be heat number 3 of 5. Okay, our swimmers are set. There they go. Lane number 1 is Kaya Holt with Riptide. Lane number 2 is Sloan Kuhn with Riptide. Lane number 3 is Isla Grange with Riptide. Lane number 4 is Bree Katosian with Riptide. Lane number 5 is Peyton Lintrer with Riptide. Lane number 7 is Haley McGrath with Riptide. And lane number 8 is Harper Erdl with Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat. In the lead is lane number 3. That's Isla Grange. She's 10 years old. Previously, she's got a 49.56 in this event. See how she does as she's coming back. Isla will touch with a 43.48. That's a nice improvement on her 49.56. Coming in second is lane number 4. That's Bree Tatosian. Coming in third was lane number 5. That's Peyton Lynchrow. All right, up next is heat number 4 of 5. Our swimmers are getting into the water as the other swimmers exit. All right, now we've got everybody in the water. Here we go. In lane number 1 is Molly Engen with Riptide. Again, this is an all Riptide heat. Lane number 2 is Hattie Clinton. Lane number 3 is Lila Lokes. Lane number 4 is Olivia Liu. Lane number 5 is Santa Roy. Lane number 6 is Lily Berner. And in lane number 7, Ellie Slinger. Lane number 8 is Elena Kurtholz. Santa Roy in lane number 5, the 10-year-old from Riptide, is in first place currently. Her previous time she's trying to beat is a 44.43. And she is going to touch with a 42.40. Nice improvement. Coming in second with a soft touch was lane number 6. Coming in third, it was tough to call there as I was looking at the swimmers. All right, up next, our final heat. Heat 5 of event 39, girls 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. We should have a full boat of swimmers again. Now, we do have a couple of teams here. We've got Riptide and Northfield. All right, in lane number 1 is Natalie Kretschy with Riptide. Lane number 2 is Allie Rusum with Riptide. Lane number 3 is Peyton Pastrollo, Riptide. Lane number 4 is Sloan Tussing with Northfield. Lane 5, Grace Liu with Riptide. Lane 6, Savannah Scrafford with Riptide. Lane 7, Anya Cornell with Riptide. And lane number 8 is Eleanor Amy's Row with Northfield. Well, I'll tell you, it's neck and neck in lanes 4, 5, and 6. And it's actually anybody's race if somebody perks up here, but I don't know who's going to touch first. It's going to be between 5 and 6, though. There it is. Lane 5 will touch first, followed by 6. Lane 5 was Grace Liu with Riptide. Lane 6 was Savannah Scrafford with Riptide. Coming in third was lane number 4. Lane 4 was Sloan Tussing with Northfield. All right, up next is event 40. This is boys 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. This will be heat 1 of 2. We should have 3 swimmers here. I'm seeing 4. Let's see who gets in the water. Well, we're going to have 4 swimmers. All more the merrier, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Lane 6 again looks like, is that a... oh, lane 6 is getting out.
Or is he?
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's getting out. We're back down to 3, I think. Yep, we're down to 3 swimmers again. Okay. Lane number 3 is Aiden Huang with Riptide. Lane 4, James Kohler with Riptide. And lane 5, Ethan Ju with Riptide. Pretty evenly matched here as they go down to the other end of the pool and make their turn. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think that James in lane number 4 is in the lead. By about a half a body length. Do you agree?
I would agree with that, yeah.
Okay, good. We are in agreement. However, gaining in lane 3 is Aiden.
Strong finish. Here we go.
Yeah, it's very strong. Oh, I think Aiden is gaining on it, maybe going to take it. Aiden in lane number 3 will touch first with a soft touch, but it looks like it's a 101.54. Second place was lane number 4. Lane 4 was James, and third place is Ethan in lane number 5. All right, up next is heat number 2. Take it away.
This is heat number 2 of boys 10 and under, 50-yard backstroke. We got 7 swimmers in this heat. Starting out with lane 1 is Austin. He's from Riptide. Nicholas from Riptide in lane 2. In lane 3, we have Ian. In lane 4, Connor. In lane 5, Gabe from Riptide. In lane 6, Brooks from Riptide. And in lane 7, Emmett from Red Wing. Very competitive heat, but looks like Ian is leading the pack as they make a turn. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 are very close.
Yeah, it's neck and neck again. Makes a lot of these really exciting to watch, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Slight lead still, though, in lane number 3.
I think it's all going to come down to the touch. Here we go.
It is, definitely. Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh,
Oh, you know, with that soft touch in there, it kind of throws it off. I'm not so sure.
did.
We'll go with the scoreboard. Scoreboard says lane number 2 came in first. Lane 2 was Nicholas, who came in second. Lane number 1, that's Austin. And third was lane number 5. That was Gabe. All right, up next is supposed to be event 41. Are we still doing that? Let's see. Event 41 is mixed 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke.
solitary race.
We're going to
with
have to
one
wait for the
participant.
timers to get down to the other end. We got 1 swimmer in this. So this is heat 1 of 1. And she looks excited. Look at her. She's getting ready, getting pumped. Our swimmer is going to be Millie Hurley, 8-year-old from Riptide. No previous time here, so this will be her first time. And she will be in lane number 4. What's your prediction?
I think she's going to win it.
I think so too. She looks pumped. So she will go down to the other end of the pool, and out she will go. Let's watch as she gets on the blocks. Nice form. There we go with a nice splash into the water. There she goes. Good job. Another prediction here. I think she's going to beat her previous time.
I think so too, yeah.
Yes.
She's got the crowd behind her.
You know, I love that about swimming, is the camaraderie, how they cheer everybody on. I love that. Looks like maybe a 40, 39-40, something like that. All right, there we go.
Event 42 is going to be the girls 11 and over, 100-yard breaststroke.
3 heats of swimming. This will be heat number 1.
In our first heat, we should have 6 swimmers. Let's see.
We just have to wait for folks to show up here. So we got 2, 4, 6. We got them.
6. All right.
Yeah.
Event 42, girls 11 and over 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1 of 3.
So in lane 1, we've got Teresa from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Lillian from Red Wing. In lane 3, Olivia from Riptide. And then jumping over to lane 5 is Danica. Lane 6 is Sophia from Riptide. And finishing out the race is Eliana from Red Wing in lane 7. Pretty evenly matched race here, I would say, as they make it to the halfway point.
Lane number 1 to watch. Let's watch lane number 1 here, folks.
Okay, yep.
She is going to touch first. That's Teresa Shen, 13-year-old from Riptide. No previous time.
Race for second is on, though.
There she goes. Oh, look at that, though. You're right. Nice turns in lanes 2 and 5. 5 got a better turn, I think. A little better push.
A little better push, yeah.
We'll have to watch as they go down to the other end of the pool here. And Teresa is continuing to dominate this race here in lane number 1.
Danica. Yeah,
Yep.
Danica's opened up a lead in lane 5.
Yeah, I think so. Good couple body length, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if she comes across midway. Yeah, I think 2 body lengths, and then third place, right now anyhow, is lane number 2. That's Lillian Jacobson with Red Wing. She's 11 years old. Also, no previous time here. There it is. Lane number 1 will come in first with a first time of 134.25. That's Teresa Shen. Coming in second was lane number 5, Danica Myers. Coming in third, lane number 2. And that's Lillian Jacobson from Red Wing. All right, up next is heat number 2 of 3. We should have 8 swimmers this time. We're missing lane 3, though. All right, in lane number 1 is Sylvia Acosta with Riptide. Lane 2, Greta Peterson with Northfield. Lane number 4 is Clara Shea with Riptide. Lane 5, McKenna Moynihan with Riptide. Lane 6, JoJo Blondes with Riptide. Lane 7, Rima Menon with Riptide. And lane number 8, Belle Weigand with Riptide. So we've seen some shout-outs here from the Weigands. I'm sure they're watching from home here, cheering on Belle.
Pretty close as they get halfway.
That's very close. I think lane 4 has got a slight lead and will turn first. Yep, she does. But man, that's really close.
That's Clara Shea, a 12-year-old out of Riptide. Previous best, 137.32.
Yeah. All right, lane number 5 is definitely in second place. That's McKenna Moynihan with Riptide. Can they keep it up to the end? Let's see here. Well, clearly Clara Shea in lane number 4 is in touch first with a 134.68. Lane 5 with a 137.91 will finish second. That's McKenna Moynihan. Coming in third is lane 7 with a time of 139.85. And that was Rima Menon.
All personal bests.
All right, up next is our final heat of the event. Heat 3 of 3. All right, swimmers are in the water. Lane number 1 is Ellie Sidaros with Riptide. Lane number 2, Sophia Hipke with Riptide. Lane number 3, Eliana Heinel with Riptide. Now lane 4, Sophia Geronimus with Riptide. Lane number 5, Elizabeth Matsura with Northfield. And lane number 7 is Susie Klumper with Riptide. And finally in lane number 8 is June Moore with Riptide. Sophia Geronimos with Riptide is in the lead in lane number 4. She will make her turn first. Followed by lane number 5. It's Elizabeth Matsura, 14-year-old from Northfield. For those of you that are out there watching, again, we want to thank you for participating, being a part of this broadcast today. Don't forget to hit the like button. Holden takes a moment. Let us know that you enjoy watching these live casts, and hopefully that'll help us get better cameras for the future, too. All right, coming in first lane number 4. And that was Sophia Geronimus coming in second. Lane number 5. That's Elizabeth Matsura with Northfield. And coming in third was lane number 3. That's Eliana Heinel with Riptide. Up next will be event 43. That'll be the boys 11 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. This will be 2 heats of swimming, starting with heat number 1. We got 5 swimmers here getting ready on the blocks.
Yep. In lane 2, we have Ayush Sarapalli from Riptide. In lane 3, Carson Egbert from Riptide. In lane 4, Aiden Coe from Riptide. Lane 5 is Cal Chafin, also Riptide. And finishing it out is Ethan Thompson from Riptide. It's a 3-way race right now between Cal, Aiden, and Ayush. Cal seems to have about a half body length lead going into the second half of this race.
Cal is continuing that lead.
Although Ayush in lane 2 is coming on.
He's definitely turning the jets on. In fact, I think he is going to pass him. It's really tight, really tight. Another photo finish, perhaps.
Already had 2 ties today.
No, I don't think so. I think it's still going to be, lane number 5 with a time of 1:41.88. Lane 5 is Kel Chafin with Riptide. Second, however, was lane number 2 with a time of 1:42.45. It was very close. And that was Ayush with Riptide. Coming in third was lane number 4. That's Aiden with Riptide. Up next will be heat 2, our final heat of event 43. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. It's fun.
Next time we sit together, I'll let you do all the announcing and all of the producing.
Oh, boy. Bump the brakes.
You can do it. All right, are we missing a swimmer? We look like we're missing a couple.
Yep, lane 1 and
5. All right, so lane number 2 is Alex Sorum with Riptide. Lane 3, Eddie McGarvey with Riptide. Lane number 4 is Logan Kropicka with Northfield. Lane 6 is Ryan Gambian with Riptide. Lane 7 is Cameron Andrewson with Riptide. And lane number 8, Connor Brown with Riptide. In the lead right now, lane number 2 is Alex Sorum with Riptide. Alex is 15 years old. His previous time is 1:33.28. And he is really turning on the jets here. Right on his heels, however, in lane number 4 is Logan Kropicka with Northfield. He's 14 years old, and his previous time is 1:24.36. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be that battle all the way, but I do believe that Alex Sorum in lane number 2 is going to be able to win this race if he can just keep up the pace that he's got going. He's got a pretty fast stroke going. So Alex is going to touch first in lane number 2. And he's looking to beat his time, and he does with a 1:18.67. Following in lane number 4 in second place is Logan with Northfield, and in third place is lane number 3. That's Eddie McGarvey with Riptide. All right, up next is event 44. And this is the girls 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke. This will be 2 heats of swimming, starting with heat number 1. Folks, if we can get one more like, that'll bring us to an even number of 10. So go on out there and push the like button if you haven't done so already. All right.
We have a mystery swimmer again.
We do have a mystery swimmer. Well, let's announce the ones we have. Go ahead.
In lane 3, we have Maya Crossgrove from Riptide, and in lane 5, we have Taylor Regenscheid from Riptide.
Very good. And in lane number 4.
We don't know.
But it does appear to be Riptide, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
These are first-time swimmers, by the way. First-time swims, because there's no recorded swims. And it does look like lane number 3, Maya Cosgrove with Riptide, the 12-year-old, is in the lead. She's going to touch with a soft touch.
Now, with the soft touch, does that mean that they don't get a time, or then they just rely on
So, yeah, that's a good
stopwatch?
point. I'm glad you brought that up. So they rely on the stopwatches from the timers, and there's a lot of redundant ways that they do this. They also have order of finish people that are watching down below, too. But soft touches will rely on the timer's stopwatch.
Okay.
Okay, our final heat has swimmers in the water. I'm going to go with what's on the sheet here, although we are missing, looks like lane... No, I think we got them all. Lane number 2 is Eliza Marcio with Red Wing. Lane number 3 is Betsy Berkstead with Riptide. Lane number 4, Ruby Dallin with Riptide. Lane 5, June Moore with Riptide. Lane 6, Eileen Chen, Riptide. And in lane 7, Salome Heron with Red Wing. Lane 4 is leading. That's Ruby Dallin with Riptide, 11 years old, a previous time of 39.54, and she'll touch with a 39.12.
Nice.
A little bit of an improvement there. I like it. Coming in second, lane number 5, followed by lane number 6. Lane 5 is June Moore with Riptide. Lane 6 is Eileen Chen with Riptide. Now we're moving on to event 45. Event 45 is boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke, and 1 heat of swimming. And we're supposed to have 2 swimmers. I see 1. You see more?
I don't.
It's going to be a little easy here for us to predict. Lane number 4 is Elijah Bridley. Bridley, you think? With Northfield.
I'd go with Bridley, yeah.
Hopefully Raymond doesn't come running up and jump in the water here at the last minute. Again, this is down and back. It's the 50-yard breaststroke.
Previous best is 47.75, so let's see if we can beat that.
All right, and he will touch with a 53.22. A little bit longer than his last time, but that's all right. And that was Elijah with Northfield.
All right. Event 46, girls 10 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. Heat 1 of 4. In lane 1, we have Ella from Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat. Ella in lane 2, Anna. In lane 3, Haley. In lane 4, Ellie. In lane 5, Harper. In lane 6, Sophia. In lane 7, Emily. And in lane 8, my daughter, Rosa.
Can I see your sheet? Let me see that real quick here. See if they're... Yep, it's the same. Okay. No, wait. Yours is different.
Mine is different.
It is. See? We'll have last name first, too.
Oh, interesting.
So
You're making my job harder, is what you're telling me.
mine is cut off, and then so yours is cut off in the first names, mine's cut off in the last names.
Yeah.
All right, who's in the lead? It's lane number 4. Lane 4 is Ellie Slinger with Riptide. She's 9 years old. And again, none of these swimmers have previous times recorded. So she's going to finish with a 55.78. Lane number 5 comes in second with a time of 59.12. Lane 5 is Harper Erdl. Coming in third, lane number 3 with a 108.87. That's Haley McGrath from Riptide as well, 9 years old. All right, up next, heat number 2. We got all our swimmers. Missing somebody? Oh no, she's going to dive on the side of the pool. Okay. Into the water they go. Lane number 1 is Etta Lenz with Northfield. Lane number 2 is Kylie Smith with Riptide. Lane number 4, Kaya Holt with Riptide. Lane number 5, Hattie Clinton with Riptide. Lane number 6 is Peyton Lynchroer with Riptide. Lane 7 is Violet Nogle with Red Wing. And in lane number 8 is Everly Turney with Red Wing. Lane 4 has a slight lead, not quite a full half body length, right?
It's going to be close, though.
Yeah, it's very close. Lane 4, by the way, is Kaya Holt. Lane 5 is Hattie Clinton, both Riptide swimmers.
It's going to come down to the touch. Here we go.
This is going to be, yeah, exactly. This is anybody's swim here. Whew. Lane 5 will touch first. That was Hattie Clinton.
1/100th difference.
Isn't that amazing? And lane number 4 touches second. That's Kaya Holt. Coming in third. Lane number 6, that's Peyton Lynchroer with Riptide. Great swim. That was exciting.
Yeah, that was great.
We've already had 2 ties in this event.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this meet.
We almost had our third.
That would be cool.
All right, this is heat 3 of 4 for the girls 10 and under 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, and this is an all Riptide heat, is Sloan. In lane 2 is Lily. In lane 3 is Lauren. In lane 4 is Isla. In lane 5 is Anya. In lane 6 is Lila. In lane 7 is Lily. And in lane 8 is Bree.
Looks like lane number 5 is leading by about a half a body length here.
That'd be Anya.
She's 10 years old with a previous time of 53.77. Let's see how she does here. Second place right next to her is lane number 4. Lane number 4 is Isla Grange. 10 years old with a previous time of 53.66.
Wow, both beat it.
Yeah. Coming in third was lane number 3 was Lauren Culmey. All right, up next is our final heat, heat 4 of event 46, girls 10 and under 50-yard breaststroke.
And you know, despite starting 15 minutes late, we are right on time.
I know, it's amazing. Right on time, literally.
Yeah. All right. So in lane 1, we've got Sana Roy from Riptide. In lane 2, we have Eleanor Amy Rowe from Northfield. In lane 3, Morgan Lewis from Red Wing. In lane 4, Sloan Tussing from Northfield. In lane 5, Elizabeth Meyer from Riptide. In lane 6, Peyton Pastrollo from Riptide. In lane 7, Fiona Prill from Riptide. And in lane 8, Alana Kurtzholtz from Riptide.
I just want to point something out to you. I gave you the best microphone. Just so you know, that's my favorite microphone right there.
Buttery smooth.
If you watch this back, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
It's got a much better sound.
All right.
Nice. Lane number 5 will finish first, followed by 4, followed by 6. Lane number 5 was Elizabeth Meyer. Lane number 6 was Peyton Pastrollo. And lane number 4, was Sloan Tussing. Up next is event 47. This is boys 10 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. This is 2 heats of swimming. And heat number 1 of 2 is up. And again, we have all 3 swimmers. We do. They look like they're getting ready. There we go. Into the water. Wow, really nice dive there from lane number 6. We got a lot of air. Lane number 3 is Aiden Huang with Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat. Lane number 4 is Graham Kuhn. Lane number 5 is James Kohler. And it's close between 4 and 5, but I think 4 is a little bit ahead. Lane number 4 is Graham Kuhn, 9 years old. Previous time of 1:12.52. And lane number 5 is James Kohler. He's 7 years old, no previous time. And by the way, over in lane number 3 in 3rd place currently is Aiden Huang. He's 6 years old with no previous time. And again, this is the 50-yard breaststroke for boys 10 and under. Graham Kuhn in lane number 4 will touch first. He's trying to better his time of 1:12.52. And he does with a 1:03.71. Yeah, nice job, right?
Great.
Coming in second with a soft touch is lane 5. That's James Kohler. And coming in third is going to be lane number 3. That's Hayden Huang. Next up will be heat number 2, our final heat of event 47. When's the next meet that we're going to? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like me. I go where I'm told.
Exactly.
I do know that there's MRCs down in Austin, Minnesota, coming up in
Oh,
July.
fun. Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be at that. Okay, in the water they go here. This again is event 47, heat number 2, and lane number 1 is Gabe DeMarco with Riptide. It's all Riptide heat. Brooks Suija is in lane number 2. Lane number 3 is J.J. Werner. Lane 4 is Ian Liu. Lane number 5 is Nicholas Michaela. Lane number 6 is Austin Gingler. And in lane number 7 is Connor West. Lane number 4 is definitely in the lead here. Lane 4 is Ian. He's 7 years old with Riptide. His previous time is 59.14. He is also the youngest swimmer in the pool. All the other swimmers are 9 and 10 years old.
Here he comes. Looks like he's going to best that personal best.
Going to be close. Yes, he is.
56.38.
56.38. Good for him. Coming in second, lane number 5, Nicholas Michaela with a time of 58.54. Coming in third, lane number 3 with a time of 1:02.38 is J.J. Werner. All right, moving on to event 48.
This is going to be mixed 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. 2 heats here. First one is going to be four swimmers. Beginning in lane 3 is James Kohler, lane from Riptide. Lane 4 is Anna Brattung from Riptide. Lane 5 is Emily Endowemben from Riptide. And lane 6 is Aiden Huang from Riptide.
I got to give you that one. Good college try. Kind of a staggered start there if you watch the swimmers off the blocks. Again, this is the mixed 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. Looks like the lanes 3, 4, and 5 are 7-year-olds, and lane number 6 is a 6-year-old. Lane number 4 is leading the pack currently. Lane number 4 is Anna Brattung. And it looks like she will finish first.
She will, yeah.
Oh, a soft touch. Coming in second, lane number 5. 5 was Emily. Coming in third was lane number 3. That's James Kohler. All right, up next is heat number 2.
All right, we got 8 swimmers, full pool here. There they go in lane 1, Rosie Olson, Riptide. In lane 2, Sophia Esenzimer from Riptide. In lane 3, Kaya Holt, Riptide. In lane 4, Peyton Linterer, Riptide. In lane 5, Sloan Kuhn, Riptide. In lane 6, Ian Liu, Riptide. In lane 7, Ella Gengler, Riptide. And in lane 8, Ethan Zhu, Riptide.
All right. Pretty close race here between lanes 3 and 4, but lane 4 is in the lead at the moment. Lane 4 is Peyton Linterer. She will touch first with a time of 44:57. Lane number 3 will finish second with a 46:34. Lane 3 is Kaya Holt. Coming in third is lane number 5. Lane 5 is Sloan Kuhn. Great job by all the swimmers. All right, up next is going to be event 49. This is girls 13 and over, 200-yard freestyle. This will be one heat. And lane number 1 is Joella Hahn with Riptide. Lane number 2 is Violet Canole with Northfield. Lane 3, Audrey Heggie with Riptide. Lane 4, Sienna Yaki with Red Wing. Lane 5, Ella Krapika with Northfield. Lane number 6, Abby Christman with Riptide. Lane number 7, Sylvia Acosta. And lane number 8 is Teresa Shen. And again, this is the girls 13 and over, 200-yard freestyle. Very, very close here between lanes 3, 4, and 5, especially lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3 is Audrey Hagee with Riptide. Lane number 4 is Sienna Yaki with Red Wing, both 13-year-olds.
Very close. It's going to come down to the wire here.
I think Sienna's got a little bit of a lead here. Beautiful strokes, though. They look really good. Nice form. Third place currently is lane number 5. Lane 5 is Ella Krapika with Northfield.
Here we go.
Yeah, it does look like lane number 4. That's
Sienna.
I'm sorry. Yep, Sienna. I should have kept speaking, right? She's going to lengthen that lead to about 3/4 of a body length, I think. So on this next turn, we're going to have to see somebody turn some jets on here. Could be either one of them.
Could be. Let's find out.
All right, lane number 4, Sienna Yaki, 13 years old from Red Wing, previous time of 2:10.43, will touch first with a 2:17.59. Finishing right next to her second in lane number 3 with a 2:19.39 is Audrey Higgy. Coming in third, lane number 5, that's Ella Krapika with Northfield. All right, up next is event 50. Folks, we are gaining on it here.
We are on our last page. Here we go.
Yes, we are. There's going to be a total of 55 events. And not only that, we're skipping event 54. So you think about it, there's only 4 left. So don't go anywhere, folks. You don't want to miss this one. All right, event 50 is boys 13 and over, 200-yard freestyle. This also is one heat. And it is a mixed heat with both Red Wing and Riptide.
Yeah, and in lane 2, we have Eli Castillo. In lane 3, we have Eben Binkley from Riptide. In lane 4, we have Pearson Crike from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Ivan Kirscher from Riptide. And in lane 6, we have Cameron and Dreesen from Riptide. Off they go.
Lane 2, Eli, Red Green. Lane 3, Ian, Riptide. Lane 4, Pearson, Riptide. Lane 5, Ian, Riptide. Lane 6, Cameron, Riptide.
Right now, this is a two-person race with Pearson leading by about a body length and a half. Halfway through, and Pearson is starting to extend his lead. Now leading by about almost half a pool length. One more length of the pool. Nice catch.
Thanks.
Pearson will win it with a time of 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Coming in second will be Cameron and Dreesen. Cameron beat his best time by almost 11 seconds. Okay, our next event's going to be event 51, girls 11 and 12, 200-yard freestyle. We should have
Event 51, girls 11 and 12.
two swimmers.
Heat 1, 2.
This is the first heat of two. In lane 3, we'll have Eileen Chen from Riptide, and in lane 5, we'll have June Holter from Riptide. And we have a mystery swimmer in lane 7. Also looks to be from Riptide.
Lane 3, Eileen, Riptide. Lane 5, 2, Riptide.
Pretty even so far. I'd say June has a slight edge over Eileen.
Lane 7 is Nicholas from Riptide.
June keeping that slight edge over Aileen.
Just a reminder that the 500 freestyle event will run from to lowest point. There will be no changes.
And our mystery swimmer will win it with a time of 2 minutes 49:40, followed by June with a time of 2 minutes 49 seconds and 48. And finally in third was Aileen Chen with a time of 2:51:99. All right, heat 2 of the girls 11 and 12 200-yard freestyle. In lane 3 is Sophia Renato from Riptide. In lane 4, Selena Chen from Riptide. In lane 5, Vivi Acosta from Riptide. In lane 6, Maddie Carter from Riptide. And in lane 7, Maddie Droberg from Riptide. As they finish their first 50, lanes 4 and 5 are pretty much neck and neck. They turn at the same time. And with that turn, it looks like Selena got a slight edge. Again, neck and neck between Selena and Vivi. Selena maybe half a body length ahead. All right, this is going to be an interesting last 50. They've basically been keeping pace with each other. Good turn by Selena. Opens up that gap a little bit. Final 25, here we go. Still neck and neck. And it's lane 5. Vivi Acosta that's going to win it with a time of 2 minutes, 27 seconds, and 49 milliseconds. Close behind was Selena Chen at 2:27.65. All right, and that'll bring us to event 52.
200-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 1.
Looks like we're on to event 53. Okay. This is going to be girls 10 and under, 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Natalie from Riptide. In lane 3, we have Morgan from Red Wing. In lane 4, we have Savannah from Riptide. In lane 5, we have Fiona from Riptide. In lane 6, Ingrid from Riptide. In lane 7, Lauren from Riptide. And in lane 8, Emily from Northfield. Coming out of the first 25, Morgan Lewis is in the lead. 10-year-old out of Red Wing. Oh, excuse me. No, that's lane 4. That's going to be Savannah Scrafford from Riptide. Previous best is 2 minutes, 42 seconds, 49 milliseconds. Savannah's extending that lead. In second is Fiona Prill, 10-year-old, also from Riptide. Savannah makes the turn for the last 50. Leading by a good half pool length. Previous best was 2:42.49. Let's see if she can best that today. Looks like she's going to do it. She does. Savannah Scrafford ends the race with 2 minutes, 2:37.32, besting her previous best by almost 5 seconds. Second place is Fiona Prill at 2:47.44. And third will be Natalie with 3:10.84. Okay. Only 2 races to go, and they are the long ones. Mixed 500-yard freestyle, event 55. We got 2 heats.
We're taking a 10-minute break. The pool is open for warm-ups. Slip and slide only for the entry.
All right, we're taking a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.
Sit and slide for the entry. This is not a slip and slide.
All right, folks, here we go. Event number 55. This is the mixed 500-yard freestyle. In lane number 1 is Eddie McGarvey with Riptide. Lane number 2 is Violet Canole with Northfield. Lane number 3 is Pearson Crick with Riptide. Lane 5, Audrey Hagee with Riptide. Lane 6, Susie Klumper with Riptide. Lane 7, Bella Blondes with Riptide. And lane number 8, Sophia Geronimus with Riptide. So once again, we are watching heat number 1 of 2, event 55, mixed 500-yard freestyle. Looks like lane number 3, Pearson Crike, is going to take the bell here for being our leader. And that signals his final lap down and back. And he will complete his 500-yard freestyle. Now, Pearson is 14 years old with Riptide. His previous time is 6:31.67. So he's looking to better that. And he certainly looks like he's going to do that and then some. And Pearson will touch with a 5:49.43. Great job. Okay, lane number 5 coming in second with a 6:16.06 is Audrey Heggie, 13-year-old from Riptide. Her previous time was 6:28.76. Coming in third in lane number 8 with a 6:25.20 is Sophia Geronimos, 13-year-old from Riptide. Her previous time was 7:45.89. Coming in fourth, lane number 6, that's Susie Klumper, 13-year-old from Riptide with a previous time of 6:33.68. And she will come in with a 6:30.30. Nice. Touching fifth, lane number 1. That's Eddie McGarvey. And coming in sixth, lane number 2. That's Violet Canole. Lane number 7 will come in seventh. That's Bella Blondes. All right, up next is heat number 2. This is our final heat of event 55, the mixed 500-yard freestyle. They're going to get reset here. And into the water they go. This is our final heat and our final event. So this is heat number 2, our final heat. Lane number 2 is Megan Siegler with Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat. Lane 3, McKenna Moynihan. Lane 4, Ellie Sidaros. Lane 5, Teresa Shen. And lane number 6, Elliot Lesh. There are no previous times recorded for any of these swimmers. And our swimmers range from 11 to 14 years old. Right now, pulling ahead of the group is lane number 4. That's Ellie Sidaris, a 12-year-old from Riptide. And let's see if we can pick out a second place. Well, it looks to me like lane number 6. It is close, but lane number 6, Elliot Lesh, an 11-year-old from Riptide, is currently in second, though could be challenged by lane number 2. Lane number 2 is Megan Siegler, 13-year-old from Riptide. A lot of swimming here to go, so don't go anywhere. Again, we want to thank everybody for coming today and watching. Don't forget, we do like to live stream most or all of our events, so certainly tell your friends and family about it, so in the future we can go ahead and get everybody watching. Ellie Sidaros in lane number 4 has a pretty commanding lead here, about a half a pool length or so. If she can keep this pace up, she will be our first finisher. She's just completed lap 7. The others are now coming up on that. If you're watching lanes 4 and 5 here for our leaders, again, lane number 4 is Ellie Sidaros. Lane number 5 is Teresa Shen. Teresa is a 13-year-old with Riptide. Also watch lane number 6, approaching lap 17. Lane 6 is Elliot Lesh. We're going to see Ellie Sidaros in lane number 4 here get the bell for being in the lead. She's got a lap on the person next to her there. There it is. She takes the bell for her final down and back. When she goes down, you'll see them switch the counting cards there, the numbers to red. That lets her know that that's her final lap, that she just has to go back and she's all done. When they're chumming it in the water like that, that's letting them know that they need to speed up and try to do their best here to get their best time. So Ellie in lane number 4 is going to finish first. I believe lane number 6 is going to finish second. Again, lane number 6 is Elliot Lesh. We've been watching him. And I think lane number 5, that's Teresa Shen. She'll probably come in third. So, yep, with a time of 6:42.35, Ellie Sidaros will finish first. And again, there's no recorded times for any of these swimmers. Elliot Lesh in lane number 6 is going to touch with a 6:58.78. And getting her signal for her final lap. In lane number 5 is Teresa Shen. Touching third is lane number 2. That's McKenna Moynihan. Fourth is going to be lane number 5. That's Teresa Shen. And that means that lane number 3, McKenna Moynihan, is going to be our final person there. Again, coming in third was lane number 2, Megan Siegler. Megan Siegler, lane number 2. Well, there it is, folks. That's the final. That is our final event and heat, and that will call it on the Jump into June 2024 event. And I want to thank you all for coming, and have yourselves a great rest of your weekend. And we will see you next time. This is Tom Rucci saying goodbye.